Wait a second, is this thing shooting in 1080? Should be. Wait for you guys to get on here. Get on here. Oh my god, I hate it when it does that. It's probably telling me that I'm going on live. Oh, no. It's a VA. Blog post topic for the coming week. Also, the rules. Free catering giveaway. Okay. Gotta get some promos done. After this, I think we're good here. We'll just leave it with this video. I'll play with it later, guys. Wait for some of you guys to hop in. When you guys hop in, just throw your name in the comments section and go grab you a beer, because we're going to get started and we're going to pop a beer. I got mine sitting right here. I'm about to pop it when we get started. Let me see here. Okay, that's good. Oh yeah, let me go to my business page. Can't forget that. I get so caught up with my free groups sometimes I forget about my business page. Alright. And guys, we got some really cool stuff coming up. We got Thanksgiving coming up. We got Christmas coming up. That means Black Friday's coming up. Everybody loves Black Friday because you get free, not free stuff, but cheap stuff, which is awesome. Especially cheap technology. Who doesn't love cheap technology, right? Oh crap, I forgot the main thing. Let's have a beer. Let's have a beer. And if you're not a beer drinker, go ahead and get your favorite whiskey, scotch, wine, whatever it is that you like to drink yourself. If you're a drinker, if you're not a drinker, that's totally okay too. Go grab you some apple juice, maybe some orange juice, a soda, some water if you're a water person, whatever you're in the mood for. But we're going to get started here actually right now. I got everything going, so we should be good there. Just gonna hop on over here. Alright guys, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Jose, what's going on? Colin, what's up? Salam from Lebanon, how's it going? Christina Udega, I think I said that right. Quick question, what's the difference between the content on YouTube and your course? I'll let some of my students say that. I know some of them will hop in here pretty quickly. Jose's actually in the course, so he might be able to fill you in there. But really, you know, the point of the YouTube content, guys, and you guys will learn this as you go through your agency. I don't know why my internet connection's being so terrible right now. I think that's what it is. Oh, I know it's what. It's because I'm uploading video. With my course and with YouTube, what you guys have to understand, and you guys will apply this to the clients that you work with as well, YouTube is a facilitator. It is a traffic, it drives traffic basically to my site. I use YouTube to basically, nobody knows about me really. The one thing that I've learned about my channel, my brands right now, is a lot of people haven't heard of me from Facebook, all of that. You guys usually find me from YouTube, someone sharing one of my videos, and I kind of went the YouTube route because video is the most prominent factor, or will be, you know, I think it is already, and it will be the most prominent thing in the future for marketing, because people like video. It's way easier to deal with. You get that person-to-person interaction. You guys can, you know, talk to me, have conversations. So that's really what I use YouTube for. It gives you a lot of information, but there's still not enough on my YouTube channel to give you everything that you're going to need to really run it the right way and get the success that you're looking for. Reporting for nudity. What the hell is he talking about? But anyways, that's the difference between like my course and YouTube. I give you a lot on YouTube. I don't give you everything. So that's really the biggest difference right there. And we go into so much more detail. I mean, the videos on my course are, I think we have like over 25 hours or something like that. And we're uploading new content all the time. So it's just a really great way to, again, expand upon your knowledge. I don't ever, even if you don't choose my course, I recommend you taking any type of course. Get it, not any type. There are some you want to avoid, but you definitely want to get involved with the educational side of it, because you're not going to have the success that you're looking for if you're not going into some sort of educational series and doing multiple. I mean, I've taken over 7-8 classes now. I always forget how many exactly, but you know, that's really what you need to do to be successful. And that's even with entrepreneurship. It could be sales classes, it could be marketing classes. It doesn't have to be all digital marketing classes, but basically you have to understand that you have to take several courses to get what you're actually looking for. Reporting for nudity, reporting for child abuse. All right, bye, Ian. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah, no, I got rid of him. I don't know what the hell that kid's talking about. Anyways, let's see here. Jesus, what's going on? Jesus Garcia. Milton Jorge. Yeah, I think that's Milton Jorge. Having a hard time finding clients. Oh, wait, before I get started, the whole title of it is Let's Have a Beer. If you guys have a beer, go ahead and pop it. I'm going to pop mine open right now. Take me a nice little swig, because I've had a hell of a week. I've shot a lot of video this week. Have a lot of things going on. A partnership that came through for me with a new company that's coming out. They're actually a really, really cool company. If you guys have heard of LastPass, they're similar to LastPass, but they're more business oriented. They are focused on providing solutions for businesses. So they're, one of the big things with LastPass is they don't actually have it, you know, it's not geared directly towards businesses and having multiple accounts and ease of use within those multiple accounts. And that's what this software kind of does. So you guys will see a video about that here pretty shortly, but I recommend it, you know, I definitely recommend it for your own agency, especially if you're dealing with VAs and outsourcing a bunch, because you're easily just pass everything off and they don't know the master password. If you need to remove those employees, you can remove them. Makes it really easy to use. So I've had a hell of a week, but it's always nice to sit back and have a nice beer and relax and, you know, de-stress a little bit. What's funny is my roommates actually laugh at me. I moved in with my business partner so that way we could, you know, mesh and be together basically 24/7 and drive each other crazy and build this business. But they laugh at me because I don't really know why they laugh at me. It doesn't really make much sense to me, but I like to de-stress by playing video games. I feel like a lot of guys like to do that. I'm sure a lot of you probably like video games to de-stress. It's a great way to, like, look guys, I work my ass off, so I have to do something to like take the edge off. Otherwise you just get basically overwhelmed with everything. You start feeling, you start getting burnt out. And that's one thing you want to avoid, is getting burnt out with yourself and with your agency and with the learning and everything like that, because it makes it hard to get up and want to do it again. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Let's get down to some of these questions here. Hey Christina, his course gives you more value and give you the tools and teaches you what you need to know when starting off a digital marketing agency. What's your best method for acquiring clients? Lately I've been cold calling. I am all about, I'm all about networking. I say this a lot in a bunch of my other videos, but networking is really what it is. Oh my god. Okay, well this guy is bye-bye. You're going to be blocked now. Okay, there we go. Anyways, now that he is gone, let me see, where was I at? Sorry, that kid is distracting me, guys. Drinking drugs on video? What is drinking drugs on video? You know what? Okay. It's not monetized, buddy. Anyways, I'm sorry about that, guys. Let me see. So best method is networking. I like to go to events, meetups. Let me see. What is it? BNI events, if you've ever been to one of those. What I recommend is, if you don't want to pay the absurd amount of money that you have to pay to actually go to a BNI event, you should try and find someone who's inside BNI already and just get them to invite you as a guest. That way you can still meet some people. It's a great way to get, you know, the free, not free, but quick way to network with new people and get those people involved with your business. Let me see here. Can you talk about Facebook Messenger bots like ManyChat.com and other ones? ManyChat is one that I use, actually. I just got on board with ManyChat about a week ago. But I really like it so far. I haven't actually started paying for it yet. I wanted to do some testing with it and see, what it was actually going to be like. But the cool thing is you're actually able to build sales funnels inside of the Messenger bot and get subscribers and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. And it's a really kind of nuanced type of way to reach out to customers, and it's a lot of people aren't doing it yet. The only issue is you have to be careful. You don't want to spam people and piss them off and get them to delete you. If you're not giving value, if you're just trying to sell them in every single message, you're really not going to get anything out of it. So if you do a messenger bot or run a messenger bot, make sure it's something informational, something that's going to be super, super valuable to people. What is with this guy? Why do I have to keep blocking this guy? How many accounts does he have? Okay. Let me see here. So, Jose, that's my thoughts on chatbots. They are actually effective. You will want to use them, but again, just be careful. You don't want to be spammy. You don't want to hit people too much. You want to pay attention to how often they're opening, because there is a basically, if you guys have ever signed up for a text message club before, that's a really good one. I think it's Subway. Subway kind of beats it to death. And what is it? Shane's Rib Shack. You guys might not have heard of Shane's if you're not in the Southeast. But Shane's Rib Shack is a barbecue restaurant chain in the Southeast that's pretty decently sized. They do really well with their text messaging. And so what they actually do is they have you set up, and Redbox, actually, that's an even better example. You guys all know about Redbox. They have a text message club. They actually do a really good job with their text messaging, because I've noticed, because I've been in their text message club for a long time, and in the very beginning when I was going all the time and buying all these videos, they were texting me, once a week, but I haven't been and picked up a Redbox in a couple years now. So they've kind of tapered off, and I only get a text message from them now every, once every 3 months, 4 months. It's not often at all. So they're doing something it's called a drip campaign, where they're basically just dripping messages to me over time, and over that time period, they kind of take note of how many you're opening, how many you're not opening, and they say, okay, well, this person's not engaged. We don't want to spam them and make them hate us, so we should probably back off a little bit, and then, from there we can actually determine if we want to send more to them if they open up one of those emails. So that's kind of something that I think is really interesting about text messaging, and messenger bots are going to be pretty much the exact same. How would that work if you were focused on a specific niche? Can you be more specific, Jesus, on networking for clients? Okay. Well, see, that's the thing. If you're networking, then, or if you're trying to do networking, but you're only focusing on a specific niche, it's going to be hard. So you're going to want to go to like trade shows, association type shows or events. They have open events sometimes for industry specific things. So like, for example, if you like restaurants, they have restaurant expos. And they do the same thing with most of the other industries do the same thing, where they're selling new products, new services, something like that. So if we're going to talk about dentists, and I'm not 100% sure, so you'll have to check on this, but I would imagine that there's probably some sort of dentistry expos going on where they're talking about the newest practices, new tools, things like that they should be aware of, or that dentists should be aware of for their patients. So you're just going to look for industry-specific networking events as opposed to a broader one. But that broad one could be a way for you to get maybe some new clients or some practice clients, since you've never done it before. But that's what I would recommend there. Going niche-specific, again, I don't recommend doing just one niche. I personally like to do 2 or 3 to start off, because it gives you a little more to play with. And you can still focus enough to be what you would call an expert in their industry with regards to marketing. All right, let me see here. Digital marketing trends, what to expect in 2018. Oh man, 2018 is going to be a year. Let me see. If I had to make any guesses about 2018, um, well, the first thing I would say is Snapchat's probably going to do something big because there's a lot of expectation behind Snapchat since they've released their IPO. And they didn't exactly hit their revenue marks for this year, so their investors are expecting a lot out of them for 2018. They launched their ad platform this year, but I think you have to spend a minimum of $50 a day. So that's kind of a lot for advertisers to want to get involved with. A minimum $50 a day when you don't even know if it's going to get you results or not. There's no testing phase there. So, that's really it. But that's my thoughts on 2018. Let me see. Jesus Garcia, I've been to networking events, but almost never meet people on my niche. Jesus, what's your niche? Any tips on balancing a full-time job with running an agency, such as outsourcing or simply finding clients fast to quit your full-time job? Yeah, so that's really where it gets hard, when you have a full-time job but you're trying to commit to running an agency. So the biggest thing that would help is if you can find a high-paying client first. That's really the best thing. And if you can afford to maybe take a cut and pay for a little bit, that would be something. But even still, guys, if you guys are brand new, like, let me caution you, if you guys are brand new to digital marketing, you've never had clients before, I would not go out, get $5,000 worth of clients and quit your job. That's not what I would recommend. I would still, like, when I had my first 2 or 3 clients, I was still working my other job, my other business, because I knew that at any moment, one of those 3 businesses could, have miscalculated their budget, and then they don't have, but like, the first thing that goes, guys, usually is the marketing budget. It's the dumbest thing you can do, but the first thing that goes is usually the marketing budget. So, you don't want to quit a job when you only have like one $3,000 client. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but at least it gives you a little more time. And then the other option, yes, is going to be outsourcing. That's really what's going to make you better, or not better. It's it's going to make your time spent on each project less and less. So you won't have to worry about the daily tasks like posting to Facebook and posting to Instagram and creating images for it all. Like, all of that is just, it's not stuff you really need to focus on as the marketer. So yes, outsourcing is going to help out a lot with that. When going door to door, is it okay to leave the flyer with the recipient, or should I seek the owner and only talk to them directly, either online or in person? Well, here's the thing. If you're going door to door, there's still going to be a gatekeeper. That's the issue with cold calling, cold walk-ins, cold emailing. There's always a gatekeeper, at least for the most part. So if there's a gatekeeper, you basically just have to deal with that person, and you kind of have to work it the right way. A lot of the time you're not going to get the business owner. That's why that person sits there. Their job is literally to keep people like you away from the business owner. So that's why it really comes down to, that flyer, is it something just standard, or is it something unique that when they look at it, they're like, oh shit, I need to actually call this person. So don't just drop off a flyer and expect results unless they are looking for that type of service right then and there. That's when you'll get that call. But if they're not looking for it right then and there, they need a reason to call you. So make sure that flyer has something compelling on it. How would you market a fitness studio if you're starting from scratch? Kafori, that's a loaded question. How would you market a fitness studio? If you know, I'm pretty sure you're in my course. I believe you bought it. And so you've been doing the research, but if you know about digital marketing, it's not as easy as, hey, how would you market this? There's a ton that goes into it. With every business, though, guys, the theory is always the same. I stress this so much to you guys. I want, seriously, listen to me. Hear this. The theory is the same. What do I tell you guys? Find an issue, solve that issue. That's literally what marketing is. Find an issue, talk about it, provide solutions, solve the issue. That's it. That's what good marketing does. That's all a product is. A product is a solve or a solution to an issue. That's all a product does. This webcam is a solution to an issue. I had my laptop that I was using that didn't have as good of quality, and if the internet was better right now, I'd have even better quality. It's actually probably better on phones than it is my computer screen. But regardless, you know, that's what this webcam does. It solves an issue. This light that's right next to me solves an issue. It makes it brighter. It adds better color. That's all marketing is, guys. When you understand that, you understand marketing. Outside of that, it's knowing how to build funnels, how to set up pages properly, how to create images that are compelling, how to create video that's compelling. But outside of that, guys, it's all of the same. Like, it doesn't matter. Everybody asks, so what about this business? What about this type of business? Guys, it's the same. It's always the same. Everything is the same. That's why, to me, it doesn't matter what type of niche it is, as long as you can find an issue in the niche and then find a way to relate that message to the customers in that market, then you've done a good job. That's it. So don't overcomplicate your campaigns. You guys are thinking way too much, way too deep about this. Literally just keep it simple, very simple. If it's fitness, what is the biggest issue with fitness? People think they're probably out of shape, right? Not healthy. So solve that issue. That's all you're doing. VR and augmented, okay. I don't know what that means, Logan. Plastic surgeons and chiropractics. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some trade shows or some type of expo or event where you can find plastic surgeons or chiropractors, stuff like that, and they're meeting up. Now, they're not going to be as often, so that's the issue with those. So in that case, you know, networking, you're just going to have to do some research. I don't do a ton with plastic surgeons and chiropractors as far as, you know, going out and trying to find networking events for them. So that's something you're going to want to do some research on. How do you find a company's Lax? No problem, buddy. And I saw your messages. I'll be responding to you after the video. Lax is actually my he's one of my VAs. You guys will see his name up there with next to the thanks and the thumbs up. He's one of my VAs. I'm helping him learn digital marketing as well. I'm basically giving him free lessons, but he works for me. He's doing a really, really great job. Logan Kastner, how do you find a company's marketing spend or average sales revenue? What are good indications a business has a budget? I'm running into low business budgets. Okay, so first part is, how do you find a company's marketing spend or average sales revenue? Well, their average sales revenue is going to be how many sales do they do in a day divided by 30. Well, how many sales do they do in a month divided by 30? That's the average sales revenue. That's all you're looking for is, but the sales revenue doesn't, the sales revenue doesn't do anything. You're looking for their profit margin, and you want to be able to determine if they can fit that extra budget into their profit margin without it, you know, hurting their business. But Logan, what type of businesses are you going after? Because really, when you're looking at qualifying a business or, you know, trying to determine if they have a budget, you want to look at, number one, what is the industry like? Is it a high dollar industry or low dollar industry? Is it a high traffic industry or a very low traffic industry? You know, there's a bunch of different factors you want to look at with regards to, you know, determining what's going to be the best for them. So, you know, just real quick, put down there which one you're actually looking at. I offered a free audit in the flyer. Dan, I would try something maybe a little different than a free audit. You know, maybe try and find a solution that you can include and customize them instead of, like, if you can customize them, even if it's just a little bit, I know that's going to take more time and effort as opposed to just blanketing every single, not blanketing, but having a templated flyer that you just give to everybody. You know, maybe make it customized a little bit, add their logo to it, print it out, and then switch to the next one, add their logo, print it out. But not just their logo, something specific that they can do right now themselves to build their business, as well as you saying that you'll do a free audit for them. But don't just say the audit, because if I look at it and I read it, you guys have to understand, they're not digital marketers. So if I'm reading this and I say, and I'm reading, and all I see is I'll give you a free digital marketing audit, and I keep it. But you kind of lost me because I don't know what a digital marketing audit is. Audit in itself already sounds a little bad. I usually don't even like the word audit, but it is what it is. I mean, that's what an audit is, and it's what it does. So, really, I mean, that's the thing. You guys are going to want to be careful with your flyers, with what information you're leaving behind. Make sure it's something that's actually useful. Don't just go because everybody else, that's what they're doing. They're running by and they're dropping off a flyer and saying, hey, I can do this for you for free. Leave an impression. Maybe bring them donuts one morning and a flyer. If they've given you traction before and they maybe just have, they said, oh yeah, that sounds interesting, but they never set up a meeting with you, go by one morning and take in an audit with some donuts or something. Do something unique that's going to make them remember you. That's the thing. They get so much of this, you have to stand out. All right. How would you utilize LinkedIn when finding new clients? There's their sales. Jose, go look up their Sales Navigator platform. I believe it's $79. You can get a program called Duck Soup. There's another one out there too that I can't remember what it's called, but it'll basically make your LinkedIn marketing efforts automated. So it'll actually go out and like people's pages, follow them, request for them to follow you, all of that stuff. What was upcoming? What did you say again? VR and augmented reality. Yeah, but he was talking to he was talking about marketing. Before I was just, no, what would you do if you had to start all over again? Oh, geez. That's actually, Colin, good question. Good. See, I don't get, you guys all ask digital marketing. I don't get any other type of, entrepreneurship. Well, I do sometimes, but it's mostly digital marketing questions. All right, what would you do if you had to start all over again? Are you talking about life or digital marketing? Because if we're talking about life, I would have went back to the beginning of college, and I probably wouldn't have went to college. I probably would have just, no, I probably would have went to, no, I guess I probably still would have went to college, but I would have focused more on social media marketing and digital marketing in my college years than I did. Because I did a lot, but if I would have known that this is where the industry would be today, hindsight's 20/20, but if I would have known where this industry was going to be today, then I definitely would have done a lot more than what I did back then, to even prepare myself more for where I'm at now, so, but, we can always sit here and wish and hope and want for, something else, but I'm a realist, and what's happening right now is what I get. So, I'm dealing with what I have, I'm making the best of it, and so far it's been really, really great. So, like today was a great day for sales. We had almost $1,000 in sales. Bitcoin went through the roof almost. I'm making money on my altcoins. What else? I have another little side investment that I have going on with my brother that's doing well. It's all really good stuff. So I'm super excited. Let's see. That makes sense to look more so at what specific products they sell cost and not the entire makeup of the business. I ran into a dance studio. They make a lot of money, but the cost per kid didn't work for them. Like $1,000 for a plan didn't work. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's all about how much money they make. Then you have to consider their expenses, because if they have very, very high expenses, so for example, and you would never really do this, but I don't know too many manufacturing companies that actually do marketing, but let's just say for example's sake, you were doing marketing for a manufacturing company. Well, they have super high overhead because that's what they do. They make stuff, so they have to pay for the materials to make it. So, that's what you have to take in mind, or keep in mind, or keep in, the back of your mind at least, is if they have a lot of money that they're spending out, well, they have to make a lot, almost double that to bring in the money plus profit, or to make it a profitable company, right? So that's why with restaurants, they have 30%, it's anywhere from 25 to 30% on average is what food costs are in restaurants, okay? The lower the better, obviously, but most restaurants, since most restaurants fail, most restaurants food costs sit around 29 to 30%. You really want to be lower than that. You want to be at about 24, 25%. So that's one thing. Then the other side of that is restaurants' next biggest cost, which is labor. Labor is about another 25 to 30%. So you're already out almost 60% of all of every dollar you make. You've already lost out on 60 cents of it right there just to pay for the labor and pay for the food. That's not even considering the restaurant, the utilities for the restaurant, the taxes, let's see, food that goes bad, so waste. There's a ton that goes into it, and you have to be able to think about all those things. So that's why, when people say niche down, what they mean is they mean understand the industry, because the better you understand how the industry works, the better you're able to look at it from a bigger picture and say, okay, well, this is what I need to do to get results. This is how much they can afford. So this is what I have to work within, so that's that. Perkid, and we're like, do you have experience in the HVAC home improvement niche? I have more experience in like I've worked with general contractors before, so people who do like home renovations and stuff like that. I've never done HVAC, so yeah, home improvement side, yes, more that side. HVAC, not as much. What's a good price to run a campaign with Facebook with a sales funnel connected to a website to purchase a product? Not your prices specifically, but a common price to charge a client. Alright, so you're saying to run a campaign with Facebook with a sales funnel connected to a website to purchase a product. So you're basically just saying that you're going to run Facebook ads and set up a ClickFunnels page for them. I mean, even that's the thing. Pricing is, it's not, I should have just stopped there and not even gone into the question. I can't give you like a set price, and I say this almost every time. I can't just sit here and say, okay, well, you're just going to run Facebook ads for them for a month, and you're going to run a funnel for them for a month, and you can charge them. It doesn't work like that. How many Facebook ads are you going to be running for them? What budget are you going to be spending? What percentage are you going to take off of that Facebook ads to make sure that you get paid? What type of funnel are you going to be running? How many funnels are you going to build for them? All of this is stuff that you have to be aware of. So I can't really say like just any specific price. That's what really makes pricing is one of the hardest things, not one of the hardest things, but pricing is one of the most difficult things to explain to someone, because of the fact that it's not just cut and dry. It's all over the place, because it always depends on what you're trying to do, how much of it you're trying to do, what percentage you're keeping back for yourself versus what you're spending. There's a lot of factors that go into it. Any tips on growing a personal brand? Yeah, and that's actually what I'm working on. I'm putting together some video content about that, because a lot of people are getting, like, I have several students of mine that they actually, a few of them just put together videos for me. They're doing review videos for me for my course, and they are actually all about to start, well, most of them are about to start their own YouTube channel, giving out content and promoting a personal brand, stuff like that. So that'll be pretty cool. But what you need to really be aware of is everybody thinks that, okay, like for example, I get people who ask, like, is digital marketing too flooded for me to create a channel? Excuse me. Sorry. I need a sip of beer. Okay. Now, what people don't understand is the fact that the market's not too flooded. But if you don't do something different, if you don't do something unique and, do it in your own style, people won't relate to you, and they'll notice. Trust me, people will know, especially if they're very involved with an industry. They know when you're trying to copy someone or when you're being fake. And so that's the thing. You have to make sure that you do it in your own way. Really just be yourself. That's the biggest thing that I think I learned, is just be who you are. And if they don't like you, then not to be, rude or brash, but it's just how it is. If they don't like it, forget about them. Doesn't really fucking matter. So, I'm just gonna let them out. I'm gonna go Gary V on these guys. Fuck them. It doesn't matter, because it's about you. If you're happy doing what you're doing, if you're making other people happy, because that's the thing. I get people who come to me and they don't like my brand, which that's fine, whatever. But I have probably thousands at this point of people who have reached out to me, told me that I've helped them in some way. And to me, that's all that matters. That one or two or three people that want to be like that kid that was on here earlier writing about whatever child porn or whatever the hell he was talking about. Like, they're gonna come on here and do it. Haters are gonna hate, especially when they're not making the money that you're making. Like, that shit happens. But guess what? I'm making people happy. I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm doing it well, and I know that I'm getting a good response because you guys tell me that. So that's what you need to look for in your own personal brand when you try to branch out and create something for yourself. You have to understand, like, not everybody's gonna vibe with your stuff. And the other thing is, you're not always going to have instant success. I've had a bunch of different personal brands that I've tried to create before. This was my first YouTube channel, so I might have got a little lucky, but I also think that it had something to do with the fact that I kind of know a little bit about digital marketing. But this was my first YouTube channel, and I started off with crappy camera equipment. I was using my phone to record videos. I literally, on the first few videos, I didn't even do cuts or use like a film editing software. I just straight up uploaded the video because I never thought that this channel would be something that I'm doing on a regular basis and would build a following for me that's going to build my personal brand. The other thing you want to keep in mind when building a personal brand is the fact that you don't have to do it just on entrepreneurship or marketing. A lot of people sit here and they try to do, just the same. Like, there's so many entrepreneur channels out there. I just feel like that's not everyone's passion, right? A lot of people enjoy starting a business and stuff like that, but you have other passions that you could easily start a channel about. Now, I'm not telling you don't start an entrepreneurship channel. If that's what you are dead set on doing, then do that. But what I'm saying is you can literally these days do a channel on anything. I actually put a video, it's on my YouTube channel, if you guys want to check it out. It's about starting a vlog or a blog or a personal brand, really, where you can go and create a course based off of that. So that's just like, you have to understand it. You can do it on anything, but I recommend that you do it on something that you're passionate about, and be aware of the fact that if you do it in an industry or a niche that isn't already saturated, you're going to get a lot more traction a lot quicker. The other side of that is you can also create a course. Like, that's what most people don't even think of, and it blows my mind. But courses are one of the fastest growing industries in technology, guys. Like, in the next 5 to 6 years, online course market is going to be around $300 billion, I believe. That's insane. Like, 300 billion, it's already at 100 billion. It's going to go up 200 billion more dollars in the next like 5 years. That's crazy. And you can do an online course on anything. You could do an online course on like how to organize garages if you want. Like, I don't know. You could do it literally. It doesn't have to be on garages, but how to organize your shit. You could do literally a video to teach people, or a course to teach people how to organize their stuff. If you're an organized type of person, teach people the habits that you have. Literally just sit down and say, okay, Jordan, not me, because I'm not an organized person. I'm more of a out there kind of creative mindset. But if you're an organized person, you can literally sit there and say, okay, person, what is it about myself that makes me organized? Well, I turn things in on time. I take very detailed notes. I use color coding systems. I use notepads. Whatever the hell you guys do to stay organized. I don't know. But that's what you guys have to, you don't have to just create a channel or a course on something that everybody else is already doing. Like, yes, that's doing well, but we've proven the business model to show you that you can literally create a course about anything. We're some of the guys. There's people out there that are creating courses on all kinds of stuff. If you're good with video, if you like to do camera stuff, there's several people out there that are already running online courses that teach you how to be a videographer. You can teach people how to edit software, or how to edit video if that was something you're very good at. There's so much stuff that you could do to start an online course and make really good money. Like today, we had $1,000 day. It's just nice to have those days, and we get those days maybe 2 and 3 times a month. Those are awesome, to get $1,000 in a day to do nothing on, not nothing, but the profit margin, number one, is about 80%, 90%. Actually, it's about 82% right now. For me, my profit margins are 82%, so we're keeping 82% of the money and putting it back in the business and paying myself. And outside of putting the course together and creating the course, all you're doing from there is engaging with the community. And if it's something you're passionate about, it's easy because you don't feel like you're actually working, right? So, and that's the whole goal, guys. You guys are trying to get to the point where you don't have to go and do a job at a 9 to 5 or work for a boss or listen to a boss every single day. You know, you're trying to do something for yourself. So, you know, get good at digital marketing. That's the first step. Like if you're not good at digital marketing yet, don't worry about the course and the personal brand and the vlog and all of that. You really need to get good at digital marketing first, because that's what's like. I even made a mistake with my YouTube. I should have had, as soon as I created this YouTube channel, I should have had my free Facebook group going to talk about that. It took me months to put that free group together, but that free group is probably, at least in the past, what, I think I've had it open a month, maybe 2 months, something like that. We've already grown to 330 members, and out of the group, I think I've probably pulled off maybe $5,000 from course sales from people who came from the group. So, like, you know, it was a quick mistake that I made, but if I would have had it when I first started, I probably could have had an extra $15,000-$20,000 in sales already, maybe more. So, you know, it's just things like that that you have to be aware of, and you want to make sure you are aware of before you try and take on a personal brand, because you'll miss out on things. And really, the biggest thing you can do is just educate yourself. So, I hope that answered that question. I think it did. Good God. I didn't shut up there for a minute. Is a 1-week trial enough to bring results to a client? No, because usually a 1-week trial doesn't include much ad spend. And even if it doesn't include ad spend, you're not doing any testing period. You're not doing any data analysis. You know, there's nothing really there to actually kind of weigh your data against. So I don't recommend 1-week free trials unless you're doing something like you guarantee them you'll increase their like count or their follower count or subscriber count. If that's what you're trying to prove to them, then sure, that 1-week free trial will do great. But if you're trying to prove to them that you can get a ton of sales in 1 week, nah, not gonna happen. Because usually, you know, like with my clients, the first like 2 weeks, maybe months sometimes, depending on how big their marketing campaign is, all that is setup. We're not even running ads yet. The first month is usually not even ads for me, and I let them know that ahead of time. Like, look, first month we have to do a lot of setup. We've got, especially with a new business who's never marketed online before, we have to create content, we have to get pages set up, we have to get accounts made. You know, I would recommend not doing the free trials just because I've never seen something really good come out of it. You know, there's some people who have had that experience and had something good happen. That's great. You guys, if it's working for you, do it. Me personally, I don't like it. Miles Murphy says he does it easily. Well, Miles, what is it about it? Or what do you, Miles, please share. What is it that you do that gets them to, you know, if you do it easily, are you landing the clients? And if you do it easily, what is it that you're actually giving them for free? Are you running Facebook ads for them for a week for free? Are you just posting? What specifically is it? But while I wait for that response, I want to let you guys know. So we have Black Friday coming up, obviously, because Thanksgiving is coming up. And then we have something for Saturday we're going to be doing, and then Sunday. But here's the cool thing. So, or not Sunday, but Cyber Monday. I think what I'm going to do for Black Friday, I haven't decided yet, but I might do a flash sale for an hour and give the course away for $200 again for like an hour on Black Friday. I think that'd be something really cool to do, and maybe do it at like 12 o'clock in the morning and make you guys stay up real late. Actually, you guys are all entrepreneurs. You're probably up late anyways. But I'm thinking of doing a flash sale on Thanksgiving or on Black Friday. And making the course $200 for an hour. If you guys think that's a good idea, write a comment over there so I can see. I want to get some feedback from you guys and see if you guys think this is a good idea. And then Cyber Monday, we were probably going to do another promotion, maybe, you know, $125 off, or I might do some free consultations, like hour-long consultations with people who sign up. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I do know that I want to do that flash sale for an hour on the digital marketing course, and I'm thinking that we're going to put the price at about $200. You run a lead gen campaign. That's not very specific. Miles, be more specific if you can. I mean, if it's a lot to type, I get it. But if you can be, and not for me, I'm asking you to do this for all of the other people that are watching this, because, I think a lot of people ask me, Facebook ad. I know Facebook ad. That's what I figured you were saying was Facebook ad. So you're running like a lead campaign? Are you running website conversion? Are you running a traffic campaign? Or are you running a combination of traffic and engagement campaigns? And if so, what are you doing? Are you doing like a giveaway or an offer on that lead generation? Or are you just saying a general statement? What type, that's the information I'm looking for. So I can relay it to the viewers and let them know what's working for you. Also, has it actually helped you land any clients yet? That's a big thing. If you haven't landed any clients yet, I don't see the benefit from it. Maybe the experience itself was good. Traffic typically and conversions. Okay, that's what I figured. And I'm going to guess that you're probably doing some sort of giveaway. But again, that could be the industry that you're in, because I'll put it to you guys like this. If you go into an industry that has a longer sales cycle and you go in there and try to get results in a week, but their average sale takes about 2 months to land, you're not going to do much there. You might be able to get them some leads, which if that's all they're looking for is for you to be able to build new leads or build an email list, then you can potentially do that in a week, but you're going to be busting ass to do that. So just be prepared for that amount of work. You have a lot to set up. So as soon as you get that yes, you better hit the ground running hard. And I mean, that first day, you better get about 95% of everything done. So that way you can just spend the next 6 days working. Right. No, I'm not saying that, yeah. I totally get that, Miles. I'm just saying, be careful which industry you promise those types of things for. Like, for example, a restaurant industry, if you're working with restaurants, that actually might do decent, because restaurants people eat every day, they buy food every day, so it's easier to sell someone on. But if you're trying to sell, like, dishwashers, you're not going to sell a ton of dishwashers for someone in a week. It's not how it happens. Like, for example, this catering company that I'm working with, they have a higher price point. It's like $150, and it's corporate related, so it's business related. They really only use it for corporate events. So, there's two sides, two kind of difficult parts there that you actually have to pay attention to, not just the corporate side, but it's also a higher end type of thing. So we have to nurture our customers longer. That's just some things to think about. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys taking a minute to sit here and have a beer with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chat. Again, we are going to be having a huge Black Friday sale and a Cyber Monday sale. So that's going to be coming up. You guys make sure to pay attention for all those details. If you haven't seen the free Facebook ads training, we have free Facebook ads training for you if you've never done a training session before. The link is going to be in the description below. We have our podcast now on iTunes and SoundCloud. If you guys like to, just listen to stuff in the car, in the shower, while you're taking a shit, whatever. If you guys like to listen to stuff like that, we have our podcast coming. And I'm doing a really cool episode, or at least I thought it was really cool. It was really interesting for me, but I did a video called Entrepreneurship and Dating. I'm going to be uploading it's going to be a podcast as well, so we'll be uploading the video to YouTube, so that'll be something really interesting for you guys who are in that dating phase of your life, but you're also an entrepreneur. I can guarantee you've probably been through a lot of the same shit that I've been through, and you just don't know it. I'm also going to be putting together some kind of controversial stuff here pretty soon, just some information and some quick tidbits about me that you guys don't know. Some informational type stuff about my life, some things that I've been through, my struggles, because you guys don't really get to see a lot of the struggles that I've had in my life. And you know what? I've been doing this for a while. I'm comfortable enough to put it out there and just let you guys know, about me, because it's all going to come out anyways one day. So I don't care. I'm going to put it out there and let you guys know what I'm about. But outside of that, guys, I really appreciate everything. My channel is growing really, really quickly, so I am super excited. I can't wait, to see where this goes in about a year, but my viewership's going up. people are taking care of me. They're jumping on, they're getting involved, and it's just awesome. So last little bits, guys, if you guys are interested in my free Facebook group and you haven't joined yet, that's going to be in the link below, or in the description below. And Bitcoin, if you guys are not invested in Bitcoin, seriously, you're missing out on really good money. In the past 2 weeks, I've made over $1,500 in Bitcoin, and basically done nothing. Like this week, in the last 2 days, I earned an extra $100 in payouts. And that's the cool thing. There's this platform I'm using where we receive daily payouts, profit that you can withdraw that day if you like. But it's just really, really lucrative. I have a video over on my YouTube channel about that, and I'm uploading 3 more videos about Bitcoin, how to buy Bitcoin, how to send and receive Bitcoin, and how to use a Bitcoin wallet. So those are some informational videos that are going to be out here pretty soon if you guys are interested in learning more. But you guys can really, if you want to learn more right now, you can go to my Facebook page. We created a Facebook group. It's called Bitcoin Value. And you can look us up on Facebook, join that group there, and get involved there. We have tons of guys. A bunch of them are my personal friends because, you know, look, I hang out with smart people. I like to be involved with smart people. Why? Because they know how to make money, and they know how to leverage basically their knowledge and their ability, their skill sets to better themselves. And that's what I'm all about. So a bunch of these guys are really, really great guys, very intelligent, and they're on top of their stuff. They provide, like, one of the guys in the group is actually one of my good friends, gave me a tip on a stock to look at, or a altcoin to look at, and it's up 115% right now, and I bought in at like 38 cents. So, you know, it's when I bought in that cheap, I bought a lot more, and it's already doubled. So it's, you know, it's just easy investing, good investing, and it's going to be the future of currency. I mean, if you haven't seen any of the news on Bitcoin yet, you really need to check it out, because you're missing out on a really big thing that's happening right now. Your parents, I would bet a lot of your parents missed out on the internet bubble, you know, when they had the chance to invest in Macintosh and Windows and all of this stuff, and they didn't take advantage of it. Don't be that person who didn't take advantage of the bubble of their time, or of the boom of their time, because that's what the internet was. It was the boom of the 90s, and this is going to be that change for the 2000s or the 2020s. You know, it's going to take over here very, very soon. There's a lot of players getting involved. Amazon just bought a bunch of domain names related to Bitcoin, so you guys are gonna want to make sure that you're actually, you know, staying on top of, at least, of the news going on. How much do you need to get started on Bitcoin? You can start with $100. Like, you can start small if you want. My recommendation is, if you're gonna start, though, do at least 1,000. That's what I would recommend. If you can do $1,000, I'll put it to you like this: if you can put $1,000 into Bitcoin, and then I'll teach you how to use another platform that we use to lend it out, you'll actually make your $1,000 back in under 2 months. So, I mean, 2 months to make $1,000 back, that's kind of insane. It's actually about 3 months. It's a little over 2 months. Between 2 and 3 months, you can make $1,000 back. So if you're worried about that investment, you can make it back in 3 months, and then you're covered. And it's not going anywhere in the next 3 months, I promise you. Especially since next month, the CME is actually going to start listing Bitcoin on their stock exchange. We're at all-time highs for price. Let me see what the price is at right now, if it'll bring up my window. We are at $79.39, $7,939. So we're almost at $8,000 per coin. Cool thing is, guys, a lot of people think, oh, well, I don't have $8,000. You don't have to have $8,000. You can buy in little increments. You can buy, like I said, you can buy $100 increments. You know, you can buy $106 increments if you wanted. It doesn't matter how much you buy, but I seriously recommend getting involved. Look up Bitcoin Value on Facebook, join our group, get involved there. But as I said earlier, guys, I'm going to get out of here and get some more stuff together for tomorrow before cryptocurrency. Okay. That's not English. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in that section below after this video is posted. If this video was helpful for you, leave a like, and let me feel some love here, because I know I love you guys. I'm sorry. I'm weird. I know. Anyways, I'm getting out of here. I'm a little tired. I've done a lot of video in the last couple of days and had a lot of phone conversations. So for now, guys, thanks again. I will see you on the next live video. Serial Entrepreneur out.